I'm going all in on this token, and I haven't decided to do something like this since I first found Bitcoin. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Davinci. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai, and man, you know what? I woke up this morning and didn't feel like exercising. And then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go work on this project that I've been, if you've watched the live stream from yesterday that I did, that Promptu live stream, I was working on a software product for that actually is going to augment the Bitcoin, the threshold Bitcoins, right, that are produced, right? Bitcoin, right? So it's Bitcoin is just so that you know, it is a Bitcoin running on that you can use on Ethereum, Solana, and many other chains. And then you could actually transfer it directly back to Bitcoin network and through a bridge, and you know that it's secured on the bridge, right? And you're like, huh? How do I know the bridge is not going to get lost and people are going to steal all the money and blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Well, I know. It is new technology. It could be, and yeah, things could go wrong, right? You're right. And you could be afraid of it. That's fine. And you don't have to, right? Just like you could have been afraid of Bitcoin back in one of the early days because, hey, you know what? It was fresh technology, right? You don't know if it's going to work or not, right? But for me, right, the reason why I realized that I had to do that is because, one, dude, you tried to build the exact same thing. You were in the process of building the exact same thing and following the exact same process that they were building than how they ended up. Right? So why don't you just go and invest and put your profits and everything? Because you don't like go to work, right, at a job and then divest in many things. You focus all on one job, right? Well, I'm going to focus on this investment. I mean, I'm still going to hold Bitcoin, of course, obviously, right? I'm still going to have my core holdings of Bitcoins. But I realize all the stupid investments that I'm making, right, except for the fun meme coins and stuff like that, that we do on the show, I need to move. There will be obviously some items like me coins and stuff like that, and a few others that I will maintain the investment in. But the cash that I'm sitting around waiting for buys, for something to buy, the other investments that I'm like, I don't know, not sure on that. I already started selling a lot of my investments, right? And going, you know what am I doing? I'm going to move investments into this asset because I was trying to build it. Just like, you know what? I don't know if you know this, but I tried to build Bitcoin. Failed, right? But there it is. That's when I knew that was the thing to buy. So now I'm doing the exact same thing here with threshold and realize that they've built something really unique, really good, right? Yes, they've got competition with Coinbase, but who cares? Coinbase is scam based, right? But anyways, I realized that, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to, get into this, right? I'm going to go full on with Threshold, right? And actually, I'm going to build a software that helps augment and gets people on board using Threshold, Bitcoin, and so forth, and still being able to transfer back to Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network, but use a network that's cheaper and easier to use. And that's what I like. Now, I know a lot of you here are probably saying, how about no? And that's fine. It's fine. It's fine, right? I mean, a lot of people said no about Bitcoin too, so it's okay, right? So that's it. I'm going to do this. I am investing here, right? Threshold, right? This is why they've been pumping lately, right? And I'm going to show you a chart of Threshold at the end, right? But the key thing I want you to remember, right? And some of the stuff, right? There's a lot of information, and you know what? I'm going to put this in a link in the description, right? So basically, they've decided to take over a lot of the DAO because of DAO. They've had issues with the DAO, so they're going to move a lot of the responsibilities to a corporation, and so they have a lot of money in the bank, right? And of course, a lot of tea. So I'm gonna be buying the tea slowly here. I realize I'm not gonna just dump it right away. I started buying some right now, but I'm gonna start slowly dollar cost averaging in. But this is basically, unlike other Bitcoin derivative wrapper tokens, T Bitcoin is designed to be as close to Bitcoin as possible while enabling seamless participation in DeFi. So that means you can lend your Bitcoin, right? And borrow against your Bitcoin and all kinds of stuff, right? On other networks. No complex staking mechanism, no dependencies on a single entity, just pure BTC liquidity that always settles back to Bitcoin. Threshold Networks T token powers TBTC and is a value accrual asset used to distribute profits from the bridge fees via token buybacks. There you go. So they've basically come up with a method to buy back tokens, right? The T tokens with the fees that they earn from what's it called? Transaction fees, right? So if you hold the T token or you're staking the T token to actually be a part of the bridge, right? You're holding the T tokens to be on the bridge. You actually are gaining more wealth just by holding your T tokens because they're going to be buying them out over time. So this is why I'm very interested in this. And another thing you should look at, right, when you're looking at T token is the coin market cap. The market cap is interesting. You'll see, first off, I want you to see, if you go into all, you're buying the lows. You are buying the lows. Okay? Can you go lower? Yes, of course. But you are buying the lows for this thing. Okay? It has like a 200 million market cap. 200 million market cap. That means you've got a lot of room for growth, right? Like a $2 billion market cap means it's still ignored, right? Let's see does it get onto the top 10, top 100 with a $2 billion market cap? Yes, it does. Okay. Yes, it does. Gets into the top 10, right? Top 100, sorry. And let's see, if it will be in the top 35. And it deserves to be up here, right? So 2 billion market cap is not that crazy for this asset, even 1 billion, right? So that's a 5x from here. So I am focused on T. I am going to keep, like, for example, things like Casper and all that kind of stuff, right? There are going to be some coins that I'm going to keep, of course. But for the majority of my investment, it's going to be focused here. Why? Why is that? Right? Because I see the use case for this. And then there's not only that, the use case, right? Bitcoin is going to be focused, there's going to be the front and center. We see it on all of the big money coming into the space. We see it in the dominance, right? We see it that, here, I'm going to show you the dominance right now. The dominance says, yeah, I'm going to dominate you. I'm going to actually wreck you. Look at that. You are about to get wrecked in any other coin, right? Absolutely wrecked. So with that said, you're like, okay, well, why buy T tokens? Well, because it's part of the Bitcoin story. And when Bitcoin starts to run, and these big money people, because they also have FOMO, they're going to look around. What can we buy early stage that supports Bitcoin and be a part of the Bitcoin network? Think about it. When we saw the .com phase, right? When we saw people, if you were around in the 90s, right? We saw companies with no value go to billions of dollars of market cap value. Do you think this is going to happen here, right? In the Bitcoin space? Yeah, especially since it's just dominating all the other cryptocurrencies. And so anything supporting the Bitcoin network will also be doing well. Any companies that are, like, for example, Michael Saylor and so forth, so MSTR will also be doing well. Now, this is not paid advertisement. This is what I'm doing, right? They don't even they don't even know practically. I did talk to somebody that I'm interested in this, but they didn't. They don't seem to be particularly interested in my interest into T thresholds T token. So that is what it is. Anyways, let's do some technical analysis. You can see that we are marching up higher. So I want to buy this downdraft. I'm looking to buy this downdraft here down to like I have some buy orders here. So, but this is on Bybit. So I'm just doing a quick some trades with this thing. But I will be placing some more buys, right? Should it break this trend line? If there's a break on this trend line, I'll be so happy. I'm going to be glad to buy some. This is the 4 hour. You can see we're above the 200 period moving average. We failed spectacularly below this, but it looks like ever since the buyback program started, you can see it's marching higher. There's going to be a continued march higher, but eventually that will come to an end. So look for a higher price premium for this asset in the future, but it will come back down, right? It will. Just so you know, right? And but for the long term, right? During the bubble phase, I think you'll see massive returns on your investment through this with this asset. Now, whether we have the bubble issues event this year or in 4 years, it doesn't matter. It still will. That we're going to have that event coming for assets that support the Bitcoin network. Okay. So with that said, let's go on to our Bitcoin prices and see what we see here. So let's take a look at what's going on. Let's start with our daily. Right. Man, this. Although this you're thinking, wow, it's going up, it's never stopping. This is generally not that bullish. Now, generally, right? We still have to see if it touches the next level here, which is the 109. If it fails here, right? It's not the end of the world. Just as long as as long as it holds. Let's say $101,500 level, but if it breaks but hey, we'll know for sure that we are breaking out only above the 112, right? That's the only way we'll know for sure that we're breaking out. And yes, Bitcoin has said, yeah, screw you, I'm not going to 92. Still a possibility at this point in time. Generally, Bitcoin does not rally this summer, right? So it rallies later on, but yeah, this time could be different. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see with Bitcoin. Looking at quickly at Solana, not good. Still better than yesterday, but still not in the greatest position to break higher. You can see we are bouncing off a support level of 142, a weak support level that's been bounced. We bounced off of it quite a bit, but we're hanging on now. We're just hanging on by a thread. Looking at Ethereum has bounced off its key level here. You can see it's on the 38.2 right there. Let's just zoom in on that. And finally, it's saying, yeah, I'm gonna go, and no, but yeah. As long as it's holding, we got a green candle, so it looks like it's holding on a lot better than it was yesterday, and it looked like it was going to fail this 38.2 level, which was also the support level. So crazy, right? This 38.2 is drawn out from. Let's just zoom out and see where it's drawn out from. Okay, so it is the retracement from the top. The local top from last year, right, to the local bottom from this year, and this is a retrace, and so we haven't even looked at the 61.8, right? We should have been like at least backing off from there, not from from where we were, like the 50%. Come on, man, Jesus. Yeah, we're just hanging on by the thread. That's still a good thing. We're above the 38.2 and not below it, so you can't complain. Really, we should retest the lower levels, the $1,800 level. But who knows? This could have been just a the government or somebody with deep pockets manipulating and managing the price down and managing it back up again. So to get the maximum amount of Ethereum that they possibly can, because there's a lot of people that believe that Ethereum is still going to do well in the administration and so forth of the United States. So yeah, still, this Ethereum is not going to go away. I can tell you that much. All right, well, that's it for today. I hope you learned something. I hope you understand. You know what? Investing in tea is a very risky proposition. Just like investing in Bitcoin back in 2011, when it was $1, you've got T token at less than 2 cents. If you guys if you got unit bias, you could probably just buy a little bit, like a few dollars worth, right, and see what happens, right? Because it's 200 million market cap. It doesn't mean that it's going to go to $1 trillion market cap, right? No, but we can see this thing do extremely well, at least a $2 billion market cap sometime, maybe even this year, right? To $1 to $2 billion market cap sometime this year, and maybe something crazy going on into the 2028, I think, or 2029. Yes, 2029, we could probably see something crazy. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.